So many of you want me to do something different, so this is different. This is downtown Harrison, Arkansas. We're down here on the square. It's actually a pretty vibrant square. There's businesses are actually open compared to where we're from. Here in Springdale, it's a few miles over, and our squares and downtown Springdale, not so good. But it's a pretty nice place. One of the reasons that I'm filming in front of this little theater here is that tomorrow, this is let me check and see, I forget what day this is. What day is this? This is May 16th. My phone tells me it's true. Tomorrow on this May 17th, the Duggars are going to be down here for screening some film that they were in. We're from Springdale. The Duggars are around everywhere, but they're filming some kind of a Christian movie that they were cast as bit parts in, or maybe even I don't know, what is it? Extras. They're going to screen it in here. They're going to be signing autographs, and the TLC is going to be following them around. I thought about coming back and interviewing the folks about what they thought about it, but you know what? I don't know. I might come back. It depends on how I feel about it tomorrow. Problem is, I got to kind of work sometime. I can't be doing this for free all the time, right? They've got some really interesting art stuff out here. There's murals in a couple places around town. Awesome hotel, and you can see behind me is the Lyric, which is a nice little theater. Springdale has a theater like this, and our theater is junk. It's been neglected, abused, torn down, kicked around, and you should see the inside. So this theater was built in the 1920s, and as you look down on the ground, you see the little purple carpet there. That's a 1950s era carpet. It's the original one from the 1950s when they were doing all the 3D movies and monster movies and whatnot. As we go in here, you'll notice that it's a typical theater, but the seats actually came all the way up to the front, and I was actually standing where the music pit would be. And you see the chairs here. You could purchase the chairs, put a little placard on it. Then you have these murals on the wall. They're not normal murals. They're actually made in the 1920s. They were covered up by this stucco stuff, and some guy in the 1920s traded out some room and board for those particular murals. So one of the more interesting things about Harrison is they have a lot of old school architecture. You saw the theater, but we've also got, they've got up here this awesome looking hotel. So I'm sitting here at the Hotel Seville 1929. I had to look at the deal. And they said that this was made in '29 by a group of investors from Springfield that wanted to make a Spanish castle here in the Ozarks. And you know what? It's very Spanish looking. You should come down here and stay at this one. This is actually pretty neat. It's like being in it's like going back in time almost. It's like I felt like I was walking into a 1920s era hotel. I actually like. I may come back down here and stay just for this. It's very interesting. It was, I guess she said it was revamped a few years ago, but it was a nursing home, and a high-end nursing home at one time, and kind of fell in disrepair, and now they got it back up and running. I think it's pretty awesome. It's got a nice bar and all sorts of good stuff. One of the more interesting things about this hotel is that Minnie Pearl and her husband had their honeymoon here, which meant that they also had their first big giant fight as a married couple here. Big time fight, if you know what I mean. Now I tried to get one of the hotel ladies to get on camera and do an interview, but people are just very, very shy a lot of times. I'm not quite sure exactly why they didn't want to do an on-camera interview. But, she left it up to me to tell you the truth, and I don't know what that is, so we're just going to guess. That's it for my vlog from Harrison. Yes, there's a lot more to see. Maybe I'll come back up here and cover something else. But, it's a really cool hotel, and I really like the theater. I'm thinking that there could be all kinds of movies to be shot in this place. It's really, really nice. But, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It may just be a chair. See, I work in the chair every day if I can. But tomorrow just may be a chair vlog. And if it is, cool, I guess. slamming doors. That means it's time to go. That's the ghost of the hotel saying, time for you to leave. Get out!
Yeah.